Hi there, this is Lee, and I'm talking once again about Transpacific Partnership, this extinction level event trade deal that's headed our way if Barack Obama is successful in pushing it through Congress. Hillary Clinton has said that she now opposes it. However, the question is, do you believe a word that she says? She said that she opposes any trade deal that blah, 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 and it's just lies, lies, lies coming out of her mouth. But the thing is, she has no vote on Trans-Pacific Partnership. It's not even a question of what she has done to oppose it, which is nothing, and what she will do to oppose it, which is nothing. This is congressional authority to vote for or against Trans-Pacific Partnership. Hillary Clinton, she's useless on this deal. She's completely useless. She is complicit. For one, she helped to write it. She cooperated with the multinational corporations who drafted it completely in their favor and against the labor unions, against the workers, against the environment, against anyone who is pro-human rights. Even church leaders oppose the Trans-Pacific Partnership. That's how horrific this power grab is. People are calling it a trade deal. It's actually a power grab. It's an effort to bypass our legal system, the legal system with the laws put into place to protect us, the consumer, protect our public health, protect our salaries and our labor rights, just our human rights, the way that we're treated on the job, protect our wages. This is a way that the corporations can just say, you know what, we don't care what your laws say. Don't mess with our money, because if you do, then we're going to sue your government and basically we're going to win. It's a power grab. It's much more than a trade deal. It's actually a power grab. It's an effort by multinational mega corporations to bypass our government and have complete authority over our lives. That's what the Trans-Pacific Partnership is. And Barack Obama is basically ignoring what the people say. He's ignoring what quite a bit of Congress says. He's ignoring what these organizations, these groups, these environment groups, these labor groups, he's ignoring them. He's saying, well, you know what? I'm the president and I'm King Obama, and what I say we shall do. So yes, Trans-Pacific Partnership. That's what we're faced with this fall. And I say this fall because it looks like he is going to attempt to push it through in the lame duck session, which means the current Congress is who votes on it, not the Congress that we're voting on now, the progressives who are making it through their primaries and who will likely win this November. They will not take office until January, so they will have no vote on Trans-Pacific Partnership in the lame duck session. It's whoever's in Congress now, that's who will decide whether or not Barack Obama is successful in passing this trade deal. Hillary Clinton has stated that she's opposed to it. And again, you have to ask yourself, what has she done to oppose it? Did she instruct her delegates on the Democrat Party platform to take Trans-Pacific Partnership out of consideration? No, she did not. Her delegates fought to keep Trans-Pacific Partnership on the Democrat Party platform. So Hillary Clinton has done nothing to oppose the Trans-Pacific Partnership, other than saying the words, I oppose it. She has done nothing. So she's useless, basically. What she says, you can just ignore it. You have to look at what she's done. And what she has done was serve as an architect for its creation. There are emails at the State Department that are being suppressed by Barack Obama that shows the level of her involvement in the Trans-Pacific Partnership. We will not likely be informed by the State Department or Barack Obama, who is the least transparent president that we've ever had, though he sold himself as being transparent. They're hiding. They're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Hillary Clinton was a main force in getting this Trans-Pacific Partnership and drafted. So she cooperated, as she always does, with these multinational corporations to draft it. They wrote it totally in their own favor and against you and me, the electorate. They have no regulation whatsoever. They don't have to answer to anyone underneath the Trans-Pacific Partnership. If they want to dump lead in the water, if they want to dump toxic slurry from fracking in the soil, send it into the air, there's nothing that can be done. That's what this agreement is. Right now, we have consumer protection. We have some environmental protection. We have some public health oversight. Under the Trans-Pacific Partnership, no. Nothing to regulate our salaries, our working conditions, whether we will even have jobs or if they'll be continued to sent overseas. There's nothing. In the Trans-Pacific Partnership, it's all in the corporation's favor, and there's nothing that your senator can do, your congressman can do, the Environmental Protection Agency, nothing. They will not be able to help you. That's what the Trans-Pacific Partnership is. That's what Barack Obama is trying to enact in the lame duck session, and this is between November 9th, after the election, and before the next president takes office, January 8th, I believe. So there's that 2-month window where 2 or 3, something like that, month window where anything can happen because there's no accountability. And again, Hillary Clinton was an architect. She lobbied for Trans-Pacific Partnership with even more vigor than she lobbied for NAFTA. We've seen what NAFTA has done to us. We have still not recovered from NAFTA. Under Trans-Pacific Partnership, things will be much, much worse. So she lobbied for NAFTA. She's voted for Keystone XL pipeline. She supported it. And then she's also voted for the bankruptcy law. She's always been on the side of corporations against the people. So if she was the one who was an architect of this trade agreement, if she's shown a history of always siding with corporations, if she's lobbied publicly, even going so far as calling it a gold standard, do you believe her when she says that she no longer supports it? And whether or not she's lying or if she's telling the truth, you have to look at her actions and look at what's happening all around her. She has a vice president who voted to give fast track authority to Barack Obama on Trans-Pacific Partnership when he was in the Senate. So she she has someone on her ticket who is pro-TPP. Regardless of what he says now, he was pro-TPP before he joined that ticket. And he showed his support of it with a public vote that's on record. Also, you have to look at who she's hired as her honorary chair of her campaign, Debbie Wasserman Schultz. When Debbie Wasserman Schultz was in the House, she also voted to fast track Trans-Pacific Partnership. So Hillary Clinton has surrounded herself with pro-TPP people. Her former boss, Barack Obama, is definitely pro-TPP. All indications are to the contrary of what she says. She is also still pro-TPP. You have to look at what she does, not what she says. Because even in spite of what she has said, what has she done to oppose TPP? Nothing. Has she made any effort to stop Barack Obama from lobbying for TPP? He's lobbying Congress right now. What has Hillary Clinton done to stop Obama from doing that? Nothing. That's why he's still doing it. Okay. And then ask yourself, what has Hillary Clinton done to keep the Trans-Pacific Partnership off the Democratic Party platform? Nothing. She has done nothing. She has done nothing to oppose Trans-Pacific Partnership. She has done plenty to support it, though. Look at what she does, not what she says, because she's saying whatever she needs to say. Barack Obama already told us about that. Hillary Clinton will say anything and do nothing. What has she done to oppose Trans-Pacific Partnership? Nothing. Okay. So it's Barack Obama who is apparently doing whatever he feels he needs to in order to get Trans-Pacific Partnership enacted before Hillary Clinton is possibly sworn in as the next president. Hillary Clinton doesn't want to take responsibility for anything that she does. You can just, again, look at what she has done as opposed to what she has said, and that truth bears itself out. She has a pattern, pattern, a public pattern on record of not taking responsibility for the things that she has done that have proven unpopular with the public. So, but anyway, Barack Obama is providing or attempting to provide Hillary Clinton cover. He is attempting to get Trans-Pacific Partnership enacted before Hillary Clinton takes office, if she does take office. So Barack Obama is working to lobby Congress. Hillary Clinton's doing nothing to stop him. So again, she says she opposes it, but how? What? Where? When? How is she opposing Trans-Pacific Partnership? No how, no way, and nowhere has she opposed Trans-Pacific Partnership. She's done nothing to oppose it. She says anything, does nothing. So anyway, in a previous video, I said Barack Obama is arm twisting and double fisting his way through Congress to get votes for Trans-Pacific Partnership. Some people want their cut off the top. They're going to get some sort of financial reward for their support of Trans-Pacific Partnership. Maybe they'll get vote on another, a positive vote from someone else on another issue, or support from the president, or support from, they think, Hillary Clinton. If they vote for Trans-Pacific Partnership, maybe she'll throw them a little bit of something later on down the line. These are the motivations, and sometimes they're a little bit more sinister. What if there is something known? The dead woman live girl, dead woman live boy variety. We don't know what the motivations are to convince and to lobby and to maybe even force members of our Congress to support this horrific trade deal. The fast track authority that was granted to Barack Obama means that there will be no amendments allowed on this trade deal. Only Barack Obama can make any changes. It's either yes or no. There's no kind of provisions or amendments or things that you can take out. There's no alterations. Yes or no. In its present form, it's horrific and it's unacceptable. There's nothing that Congress can do to amend the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Either Barack Obama or possibly the next president. Most likely it's Barack Obama, and Barack Obama thinks it's fine just, the way it is now. So that's what fast track authority is. It gives up a lot of congressional oversight. There's nothing Congress can do except for vote yes or no. And there's also limited discussion. I think there's maybe 2 months, maybe 90 days of discussion allowed, and then there's the voting. So it limits congressional authority and oversight over this monstrous sized obscene trade deal. That's the fast track authority. And Barack Obama was given that fast track authority by certain members of Congress who voted for it. And so, the question is, who in Congress, because Hillary Clinton is, like I said, is useless. She will do nothing. And actually, she can do nothing to stop the Trans-Pacific Partnership. She is useless. She is complicit on this issue. She cannot help you stop Trans-Pacific Partnership. More than that, she does not want to help you stop the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So no matter what she says, ignore it. It is your Congress that you have to look to stop the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and they cannot amend it or anything like that they have to stop it in its tracks. And so that means we have to focus on who is in Congress now, not who we're voting in to take office in January. Your congressman who is in office now, they have to stop the Trans-Pacific Partnership. You have to make them stop it. Some of them are open to lobbying. Some of them are open to persuasion. Some of them are open to bribery. Some of them are open to blackmail. You have to make them stop it. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, who in Congress, the Senate and the House, who is likely to support the Trans-Pacific Partnership? Those are the people you need to target. They are the ones who are vulnerable to persuasion or threat. Persuasion or threat. So Barack Obama's arm twisting and double fisting, but there's more of us than there are of him. And so we have to look and see who we need to lobby. Barack Obama is lobbying against us. We have to lobby against him for our own interest. Barack Obama, he is acting in his best interest. He's being King Obama right now. And so that means we have to, lobby in our own interests. We may have fond memories. He may be cool. He may look like someone we know. We might want to have a beer with him or whatever. But still, this is our own best interest. He's lobbying for himself. We have to lobby for ourselves. So all the emotional stuff, that needs to be put aside. You need to look out for your own future, your children's future. Okay, who in Congress is likely to support the Trans-Pacific Partnership? Well, the congressmen and the senators who voted to fast track it in the first place. Those are the people who gave this type of authority away to Barack Obama, where they barely had any knowledge of what was in the trade deal in the first place. And they said, well, we're not going to bother with it. We're just going to let Barack Obama do what he wants to. We don't know what's in it. We can't amend it. We can't ask questions or debate it. Just Obama, you do whatever you want to. These are the congressmen who signed off on that. They sold their interest away. They sold us away when they did that. Their job in Congress is to practice oversight, to be our representatives, and they just gave that away. These are the people who voted for fast track authority on Trans-Pacific Partnership. So they laid down once for Barack Obama. It's possible that they'll lay down again. So I have a list of the congressmen who voted to grant Barack Obama fast track authority on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Tim Kaine is one, Hillary Clinton's vice president. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Hillary Clinton's best girl, she's the other in the House, representative from Florida. She also voted to grant fast track authority on Trans-Pacific Partnership. Whether she is voted out in November or not, she still will be a member of Congress until January. So those are the people where Barack Obama is likely to do his lobbying. Whoever granted him fast track authority before, it's likely that they'll grant him votes again to actually pass the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So that's one set of congressmen that need to be examined very closely. If you recognize their names, I'm going to either leave them in this video or put them in a comment section. Those are the congressmen you need to examine very closely. Okay, who are the next set of congressmen that need to be watched? Okay, Barack Obama is likely going to try to pick up votes from people who are retiring. There are a set of House members and a set of congressmen who have announced that they do not intend to seek another term in office. They are officially retiring. That means they have no constituents to answer for another term. This is, the lame duck session, and they have 2 more months even as the next congressman or senator replaces them, they'll still be in office. They'll be in a lame duck session. Barack Obama is looking to pick up votes from the retiring members of Congress. And we can see if I can pick up their names real quickly. I don't mind naming them because there's less of them than there are of the people who voted. But okay, the retiring senators: Barbara Boxer, Barbara Mikulski, Dan Coates, David Vitter, Harry Reid. They bear watching. It's possible that they will not sell their votes because Barbara Boxer and Harry Reid, they did not vote for fast track authority, and that's good on them that they were responsible that way. But they still need a conversation with their constituents to see what their interests are in the lame duck session. They need to be spoken to and some understanding understood. Okay, so who in the House? I've named the senators. Who in the House is retiring? Who do we think will be willing to sell their votes to these mega corporations or for political favor to the incoming president? Who is willing to do that? These are the retiring members of the House: Andrew Crenshaw, Candace Miller, Charles Rangel, Chris Gibson, Kirk Clausen, Cynthia Loomis, Dan Benesek, Ed Whitfield, Gwen Graham, Janice Hahn, Jeff Miller, Jim McDermott, John Klein, Joseph Pitts, Lois Capps, Lynn Westmoreland, Mark Takai, Matt Salmon, Michael Fitzpatrick, Randy Neuberger, Reed Ribble, Richard Hanna, Richard Nugent, Robert Hurt, Ruben Hinojosa, Sam Farr, Scott Riggle, Stephen Lee Fincher, Steve Israel. And it may be that none of them intend to vote for Trans-Pacific Partnership. It may be that they have no feelings whatsoever leaning that way, or they just on good conscience will not vote for this Trans-Pacific Partnership. But this is an unusual year. We have to look out for ourselves. We need to talk to these people. We need to see where their head's at and just make sure that it's understood that the decent thing for them to do is to still maintain responsibility for the communities that they intend to return to live. They won't answer officially to the people, but unofficially, they still will return to those communities. And it's in their best interest not to damage those communities by supporting the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So the retiring members of Congress, it's a good idea to give them a conversation. So those are the groups that are likely to be subjected to Barack Obama's arm twisting and maybe even Hillary Clinton's arm twisting, her low-key, hidden, secretive arm twisting. There's a final group that bears watching, and this is a group that supported the GMO dark labeling bill. This is a bill that granted authority to decide how to label or whether to label genetically modified organisms in food products, not to a third-party organization, not to a watchdog group. This authority was granted to the manufacturers of these food products. So they'll be regulating themselves. That was the GMO dark bill that just passed recently, a few weeks ago. And so even after all this opposition has been shown to corporate overreach, a lack of interest or concern about public health, about consumer protection, even at this late stage of the primary where this has been under discussion, even after the reaction to Trans-Pacific Partnership, these members of House still granted this type of authority to manufacturers of our food products, that they watch themselves and they decide whether they want to tell us whether the food contains genetically modified organisms. That group also bears watching. So there's three groups currently three members, three voting blocks in the Congress that need to be watched for their maybe lack of thought and perception about how their votes affect us, the consumers, us, the voters, us, the electorate. And then after November 9th, there'll be another group to watch. This group will be the people who are actually voted out of office. They're in primaries now, or they've been defeated in the primaries, or they'll be defeated. Well, not at the primaries. They'll be defeated at the ballot box November. They will have been voted out of office. Even after we, the voters, have said you need to go, they still have 2 months in which to be arm twisted or double fisted by Barack Obama into supporting the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So there's 3 voting blocks that we know about now that we can look at. We can look at the retirees. We can look at the people who supported the Fast Track Authority. We can look at the people who supported the DARK bill, the GMO DARK bill. And then the 4th group will be those who have been voted out of office, but who still have voting authority until January 8th, when the new set of congressmen take office. So it's a lot. It's a lot of information, but I think it's worth keeping track of. I'm going to do my best to make it make sense. Either in the description or in the comment section, I'll try to leave those names, and hopefully you'll be able to find your congressmen, your senators, and just see, like, well, we know what you did then, and that was then, but this is now. How are you feeling about Trans-Pacific Partnership now? Again, Hillary Clinton cannot and will not save you from Trans-Pacific Partnership. You have to do that. It's up to you to lobby, excuse me, it's up to you to lobby against your own president, who is lobbying in his best interest. He is lobbying against the people. We have to overcome Barack Obama's efforts to harm us. We have to lobby against him on Trans-Pacific Partnership. That's where we're at. That's what, is going on right now. Yes, you're a great guy, I guess, in some respects, but you're messing with our future, and we can't let him do that. So that's what you need to do. It's up to you. It's not up to Hillary Clinton. It's not even up to Barack Obama, because he's working against you. It's up to you to contact your congressman and get some answers. Good luck.